So welcome everyone. I'm Reverend Judy Hildebrand and myself along with Candee Lewis as our meditation leader and Stephen Chavez and Becca Hynes as musicians are grateful to have you join us this Sunday morning or whenever you join us. One of the benefits of being online. And first, I'm going to start by lighting our Christ candle, that one ceremony piece that we always do in unity. And we like this candle to remind us of that divine spark that is within each and every one of us. And it never goes out. Sometimes we cover it, but it never goes out. And I am going to, for the sake of my puppy, my rescue puppy, who's been a little bit skittish the last several days. He was on some medication that was not good for him. And he hasn't gone running through the house and colliding into walls in the last 24 hours, but I don't trust him. So this is going on a safe place where he can't bump into it and knock it over, but do know it is burning for the duration of this service. Our affirmation this morning is, I am a child of God with faith grounded in divine law, and I am free. So let us take that into prayer. We breathe into that. I am a child of God with faith grounded in divine law, law that never changes, law of love, law of the principle, and I am free. I have the choice. I am free. And with this, we tap into our heart space. We go back to that heart map tool, and we bring our thoughts, we bring our energy, we bring our focus down into our heart space. And we just breathe into our heart for a moment. And now we bring something into our thoughts that brings a sense of love that cannot be explained, that love goes beyond understanding. Maybe that of a baby taking your finger, maybe that of a new puppy, a new kitty, a dear one in their last stages of life that we hold in our hearts. And we take this and we experience that feeling. We breathe into that feeling, and then we allow it to move out into the greater world. This divine love that can bring harmony and balance into our lives as humans. We hold everyone who has had losses this year in prayer. We hold them in the highest and the best. We hold their grief in our prayers, knowing that it is a struggle, knowing that it is real, and knowing that there will be a gradual lessening. And for those who are struggling right now with all aspects, any aspects of life, we hold the truth for you, that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the courage within to move forward in your life, to be present to your situations, and to find the way to have faith and trust that there is a greater picture and you are worthy of more ease and more grace, and allow that to come through. And know that the healing power and presence of the divine is moving in, through, and as you, touching and activating that healing power within each and every cell. And for all of these blessings and all of these gifts, we say thank you. We say thank you to ourselves for saying yes. We say thank you to those who walk with us. And we are grateful for that power and presence that we experience. And so it is. Amen. And now it's time for our opening song. And take it over, guys.
Perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you.
Oh, thank you so much. And here's a few things for you to know. We've now added a things for you to know button on our website, unityandmesa.org. And there you will find links for signing up for our fellowship in our virtual garden after this service. And if you want to join us this Sunday, please sign up now. Don't wait until after service or we might miss you. Classes like Sangha and information on Bible talks and the new one we are starting will be on there. Where to send a prayer request, plus information on direct prayer support and other spiritual support we offer. And now for something new. We've had to postpone our spirit groups this session, and they will be back after the first of the year. But we still wanted to go deeper with you on the theme we're doing for Sunday services. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. And so Thursday evenings, beginning this week online, Reverend Kathy will be teaching Lessons in Truth, Tools for Modern Living. Register for this 5-week class on our classes page on the website. And we are still offering, along with the 10:15 streaming services, a scaled down service in the garden at 9 a.m. with prayer, meditation, and lesson. And there will be recorded music, some recorded music. CDC guidelines will be in place. Mask and distancing are required. You're invited to bring your own camp chair if you would like a more comfortable chair to sit in, but we do have the folding steel chairs if you don't have one. And if you forget your mask, please come anyway, because we do have masks available to give you, the disposable ones. So check our website for full details and expectations.
Hi, November is just around the corner, and with November comes our annual membership meeting. This year it will be held on Sunday, November 15th. Stay tuned for more information because it's going to look a little different this year, just as this whole year has looked a little different, right? At our meeting, we talk about where we've been over this past year, where we are now, and our vision for where we're headed. And so we'd love for you to be a part of it and join in the spiritual community. At the meeting, we also hold election for 2 board members who will serve 3-year terms. To be a board member, you must be an active member of the spiritual community, dedicated to living according to the universal laws of love and truth, and enjoy working on a team and serving in leadership. If you want more information or are interested in serving as a board member, please contact me at Kathy, Kathy, at unityofmesa.org, and I will put you in connection with our nominating committee head, Board Member Jim Rice. Now, to be eligible to participate in that election, you must be a member of this spiritual community. If you're interested in deepening your relationship with Unity of Mesa, we're offering 2 membership classes. One online Zoom class on Wednesday, October 21st at 7 p.m. and one on-site class on Sunday, October 25th at 10 a.m. in the garden. For more information and to register for these classes, please go to our website homepage and hit the tab that says Things to Know, and it will take you to where you can register for either class. So again, more information about our meeting will be coming to you by our Wednesday e-newsletter or on Sunday announcements, and hope that you will put Sunday, November 15th on your calendar. Till then, blessings.
We are so grateful for each and every one of you and all the ways you show up in this world at this time. Through your prayers, your affirmations, letting your light shine, and giving from your abundance. And together we can enlighten, empower, and energize one another to uplift our world through a greater expression of God. And there are many ways to financially support this spiritual community. Indirectly by ordering books through our website, adding Unity of the East Valley as your favorite charity on Smile Amazon and Fry's Rewards, or directly by sending a check. We pick that mail up every day still, or through online giving using the Give Plus app. You may not realize it, but if you are paying by credit or debit card, part of your donation goes to credit card fees. If you would like your gift to go further in our ministry, please consider clicking the optional button to give an additional percentage to offset those fees for us. All the info on how to give and more can be found on our website, unityofmesa.org. And if you're watching on YouTube, all you have to do is click the link in the description. And now, if you would take your gift of love in your hands and say with me our offering blessing, maybe not just love, but your intention for giving. And say with me our offering blessing. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Spirit of Abundance. Now, I want to share a little bit with you about the series coming up and about our lesson this week. So we'll be working with lessons in truth. And this week we're looking at a gentle nudge towards golden liberty. Bondage or liberty? Which faith? Which faith too? All that? For those of you who've been here a while, remember the study, Finding Yourself in Transition? Well, this year has been all about transition, hasn't it? Some of us, some of the time, have flowed with it peacefully, enjoying the new adventures, or maybe kicking and screaming, but we've gone, right? Some of us have struggled to swim back upstream, back to what was. And some of us have grabbed hold of a rock in the middle of that stream and held on for dear life. So we have another change here. In our Monday staff meeting, we made a decision based on many factors to postpone the spiritual gift study, both on Sundays and through the spirit groups, and to look at what tools that our true gemstones of our belief system are in our treasure chest, our unity treasure chest. Now that we can unlock that treasure chest using tools we've already collected during 2020, we're going to open it up and explore, seeing if we can find a gem or two to support us through these pre-election weeks. We will be working with the book Lessons in Truth by Emily Cady. The link for an online copy is on our website. It is free online. And this week's lesson actually came from chapter 1 and 5, 6, or 7, depending on which version of the book you pull up on the website. So it's the chapter on faith. So now that you know where we're going, after our meditation and song, we're going to pause to have that time for communion and with Candee Lewis, followed by a delightful song. And breathe.
Good morning. I share a meditation with you this morning that was written by Jean Bettis for the 9 o'clock service. If you'll all take a moment to get comfortable where you're seated, take a few deep breaths, make sure your lap is clear and that you're seated in a comfortable position. And when you're ready, close your eyes, imagining a beautiful golden topaz light above you, shining down and softly enveloping your body from your head down through your face and your shoulders and your arms, down through your chest and your stomach, down through your legs and feet and into the earth, grounding you for meditation. And as you relax, taking a few more deep breaths, say to yourself, I am a child of God with faith grounded in divine law, and I am free. Imagine yourself opening up a treasure chest full of beautiful gems. Your eyes are drawn to the topaz, and you pick it up. You feel its fiery energy and are bathed in its sunny golden light. Holding that piece of topaz centers you and helps you tune in your higher wisdom, your own inner light. You inhale deeply, and your breathing slows down. You enter your own special quiet place of peace and stillness. Meditation brings spiritual reality into your consciousness and fills you with unwavering faith. Unwavering faith is grounded in the divine law of the universe. And one of those laws is the law of supply and demand. Know deep within, right now, that there is an abundant supply already available of all that you need and desire. Asking brings that abundant supply into manifestation in your life. Jesus said in the book of Matthew, ask and it will be given you. Search and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened for you. Unwavering faith is built as you practice the presence of God through the process of asking. Divine supply already precedes your every demand. Meditation ushers you into the realm of spiritual reality, and prayer builds a strong foundation of faith as you learn to ask with confidence. Unwavering faith frees me from the fear of lack. All that I need is already mine for the asking. Meditate with me on these words of truth. Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Now slowly come back into the room, back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your body around slightly. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Remembering, I am a child of God with faith grounded in divine law, and I am free.
I went on a journey far across the sea, looking for my missing piece of mind, asking every soul I met for clarity, shunning all the things I left behind. A wise man said to take the time to look inside, heed the voice within so still and low. Remember that you'll always have that inner guide to remind yourself that you already know. You're already home. You're already done. You're already safe. You've already won. You're already rich. You're already pure. You're already free. You're already there. Why look anywhere? You're already home. Maybe if I simply let myself admit I really always known I've had the key, I might as well just pick a door and open it, 'cause once I enter, home is where I'll be. I'm already home. I'm already done. I'm already safe. I've already won. I'm already rich. I'm already pure. I'm already free. I'm already there. Why look anywhere? I'm already home. Like Dorothy, we travel. I rode in ruby shoes to find it's all about the journey, not the list of things to do. Once we know the power in us is one thing that is real, it won't take any time at all to click those magic keys. We're already home. We're already done. We're already safe. We've already won. We're already rich. We're already pure. We're already free. We're already there. Why look anywhere? We're already home. Why look anywhere? We're already home. Why look anywhere? We're already home.
Today. And now we're looking at taking a gentle nudge towards golden liberty. We're exploring bondage or liberty. Which do you want? And the faith to maintain it. When have you felt like you were in bondage at any time during the past week or so? Think about the times you felt restricted, confined, like fighting or arguing, hopeless, maybe drained, maybe kind of slothful, or just maybe numbed out. Those are all signs of feeling like you were in bondage. And we want to look at how do we take that and move towards liberty. And my guess is most of you have felt that way, because it's been a rough couple of weeks. If you have been not hiding out, it has been a rough couple of weeks. So let's look at 4 topaz gems for getting out of those situations of bondage and moving towards liberty and having the faith to get there and stay there. For you gemstone followers, just a little fun thought. One internet site listed topaz as a golden yellow gem that helps in slow and solid manifestation with emphasis on connecting and accepting your life path. So we were all put here together at this time for some reason, weren't we? So there are 4 points today. So first of all, what factors impact our thinking? We've been taught to think in duality and in separation, not in oneness. We believe that our 5 senses tell that what our 5 senses tell us is real is actually real, but it's not, is it? Not always. In this year of contraction, we have just had to hunker in. Our news has not always been accurate. It has become more staccato, maybe like rapid fire is a better term. And it's always looking for something to hook what has become a fearful society into listening, to the point of feeling like it is very addictive. And it's intentionally done that way. Ratings are so important for them. And they have become, unfortunately, the eyes and the ears for those who are following guidelines and need to be staying in. You know, I know we've got some congregants that didn't go out for 5 months. They had things delivered in that, but they did not get out for 5 months. Yeah. So as you become more sheltered, and all you hear is what comes in from social media, from television news, radio, some radio news too, some talk radio. It gets tough to start to discern if what we are hearing is real or is it not. And the second point is, are you a slave or a master to your thoughts? Most thoughts and beliefs come through our senses, and we do not stop and process those senses in our body. We just unconsciously let them set in there, and then we react from them. And in that, we become a slave to our thoughts because something comes in, we think, we get a thought about it, that thought gets a feeling, and we let it go. We don't deal with it then, and then we start to react from it. So an example that I've heard about that numerous times during the past 2 weeks was I turned off my TV and I turned off Facebook, I turned off social media because I can't stand watching the politics anymore. How many of you went there? Yeah. And I did that at a point, and I allowed that my attachment to an outcome became the driver of being a slave to my thought. So I'm so attached to an outcome. I'm so attached to seeing more humanity from our leaders, more humanity in our world, more awareness of what we do impacts multiple others. It ripples right out. And I'm very attached to that at this point. I don't know, maybe it's older age, who knows, but I am. And I let that take me to the point where I couldn't stand to hear anything anymore. So what if, instead of being that slave to my thought about where the information was coming from, what if instead I chose to turn my TV off this week because I have a heart's desire to spend my time helping people, being the change I wish to see. And I have chosen to follow my desire for a better world by making phone calls and writing letters instead of being held bondage by that television and by the social media and the news. So how does that feel different? turning that off. I don't want to hear it, blah, 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 and you're stomping around with it, right? Or I've made a choice to use my time in this way so that I am an example. I am the change I want to see instead of, it feels different, doesn't it? It feels different. And the result is even different. The result is better. Right, there's a little spot on my screen. I keep going, is that me? Sorry. All right, so both ways, I remove the activity, creating the thoughts, and creating the energy in my body that needs to move. But in one way, I'm a slave to that, and I expel the energy by turning off the TV and stomping around a little and carrying that energy with me and sending it out to others. And the other way, I become a master of my thoughts. I explore what I'm feeling and hearing, and I choose to do something different to answer my heart's desire to be a productive member of the community right here, right now. And so how do we get to that point where we can do that? Emily Cady wrote about that desire emanating from the heart. She described it as God, excuse me, God tapping at the door of consciousness with its infinite supply, a supply that is forever useless unless there be demand for it. So desire in the heart for anything is God's sure promise sent beforehand to indicate that it is yours already in the limitless realm of supply. I became the master of the thoughts and their manifestations. And then I get to enact my free will and choose to act upon my heart's desire after determining if it is really my heart's desire or if it is my ego's desire. That's the big trap of life, isn't it? My heart's desire or my ego. If I act upon it, I first return to meditation because doing should be secondary to being. In the original correspondence class of Lessons in Truth, the Fillmores wrote, "We go apart into the stillness of divine presence that we may come forth into the world of everyday life with new inspiration and increased courage and power for activity and overcoming." We go apart into the stillness of divine presence that we may come forth into the world of everyday life with new inspiration and increased courage and power for activity and overcoming. So take time every day for meditation. It might be 60 seconds long. It might be an all-day time of meditative reflection or silence. If you get to the end of the day and you realize you have not meditated, give yourself this 90-second meditation gift. After getting all ready for bed, crawling into bed and turning the lights down, you can do it either sitting up or you can do it laying on your back and just comfortably take a long, slow breath through your nose and exhale. And then at each inhale, you're going to count. And I would go to 4, 5, or 6, depending on the speed of your counting, the speed of your breath. But whatever the inhale is, whatever number you get to on the inhale, and don't go to 10 and rush 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's nice and easy. 1, 2, 3. So when you get to the top of your inhale, pause for 1 count, then do an exhale, taking as long to release your breath as it took for it to go in. And do that 9 times, 9 rounds, and you will have spent 90 seconds, probably about, give or take. And this is a calming and balancing your body type of exercise. So I invite you to do that as your meditation for the night. If you get to bed and realize, oh, I didn't do it today. 90 seconds. And my guess is you will sleep much, much better. Remember, being is first. Being present with your breath, with spirit, with God, and the doing follows. And then Emily Cady said, we need to forgive. And we've talked about forgiveness so much. And it's hard right now. I know we've got people who, I'm not going to forgive. I don't want to forgive. We need to forgive. And her description is a little bit different of forgiveness. And I like this thought. The word forgive means to give for. We give some actual definitive good in return for the evil that was given. So if we think of evil as error, then when someone actually creates an error, makes an error, we give a definitive good for that. It may be a definitive good thought. It may be a release of anger for whatever they created. But we do our forgiveness. And let you play with that, about anything that you've held that has held you in bondage this last 2 weeks. And so in moving from bondage to liberty, we turn to our faith. This is the fourth ingredient. And faith is that assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Some have had their faith tested a lot during 2020, right? It's been a testing of faith all the way through. And we know when faith is based on ignorance, in the term of lack of knowledge and superstition, it's usually identified as blind faith, and it's frequently bumped into by the belief that intellectual attainment is the highest form of knowledge, and therefore that can't be true. As we move beyond that, we look at understanding faith, not understanding the thought of faith, but an understanding faith based on immutable principles. Lowell Fillmore once said that science was faith. No, Lowell Fillmore said science was once faith. And so blind faith is an instinctive trust in a higher power that's higher than ourselves. The understanding faith is based on immutable principle, and science becomes the movement from blind faith to exposing that which understanding faith is built upon, those unchangeable principles, those laws of truth that never, ever change. That's kind of like we have physical laws that also never, never change, not just spiritual laws, but like a triangle. The sum of its angles is always equal to 2 45-degree angles, isn't it? No, it's always equal to 90-degree angles, always equal to 180 degrees. Yeah, always. If it doesn't equal 180 degrees, it's not a triangle. So, in closing, we go forth these next few months choosing to be in bondage or liberty on faith. We consider the factors that impact our thinking. We choose to be a slave or a master to our thoughts. And the steps to get to that point are heart's desire, meditation, and then action, including forgiveness. And then moving from blind faith to understanding faith. And may these gems, discovered by using our tools, make your life a little bit easier and graceful during the coming weeks. And may you actively experience the God presence in your life this week and enjoy our last song. Namaste.
Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I've finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life I had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that'll never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I've survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. I'll be alright, yes I will, once more, just as I did back then. I'm gonna rise again, so bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. So bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I know it's gonna be everything new.
Thank you so very much for that delightful music today. And now, if you can join me in our closing prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And all is well. Have a blessed week. Hope you join us on Zoom in the garden. And see you next week. Bye.